hurts me just looking at it.
Many, many years ago, I met Menachem Golan, who was just starting a company called Canon. And I met him, I was like maybe 17, 18 in Milan. And I was able to infiltrate myself because you need a card of a distributor to go in. One gave it to me after 2 days of waiting. Anyway, I came inside this hotel La Dolce something in Milan called the MIFED, Milano International Film Festival, MIFED. Now it's gone. I don't know, the economy, who knows. And inside the corridor, I gave a cover of a magazine called Karate from Europe. And I gave that to lots of people, and I received lots of cards. And I thought when I received all those cards in my hands, I became a movie star. So I came back via train, and Menachem saw me, and he said, "Nice kick, very, very friendly kick. You kick beautiful, you look handsome like a star. Come to America and come to see me," all that stuff. And I received his card, and I was so happy and so pure, and I believe everybody. So I came back to Belgium, I jumped left and right, and I told my father, let me go to the US to become a movie star. So imagine you're telling that to your father. It will always be a big doubt and, one out of a million more. So I was kind of lucky. And many years later, I was in Los Angeles. It was not so easy for me. One day we'll talk about that. In fact, it was not easy at all. Anyway, one day I came to a restaurant to meet some people, and then when I come in the restaurant, Mr. Menachem Golan is coming out of the restaurant. But I remember him, and I don't know if he remembered me, because it was maybe 6, 7, 8 years later. And I said, Menachem, I'm the guy who gave you that magazine in Milan, and the kick and this and that. And he didn't know what to say, and he was with 2 buyers from Asia. No, I kicked Menachem above his head, and he's like moving just a little because he didn't see the kick. But left and right side, they saw something because the angle was different, Angle here, you see, the cross go too fast, and then you have the angle there. And Menachem felt that, the excitement, and he gave me his card. He said, come tomorrow, I need to talk to you. Maybe we'll do film together. So when I received that cards, after so many years of wannabe, like all of us, if not, not all of us, but most of us, and if not, we are lying. We all want to be somebody in life, okay, which is normal. And no phone call, I call every day, no phone call, I call every day, and that's when I did have that famous breakdown. We'll talk about it one day, it's a long history, like a breakdown. And at that time, the phone call in the middle of like a breakdown, like a real breakdown. And for a guy like me to say that to you, I'm talking about falling down the floor like a sack of potato, unable to walk. I don't know what happened that day. And I was very sad about this situation, a dream, again, another dream, will not happen. Phone ring. At that time, it was those, I did have a phone with a cable, on the carpet, small apartment. At that time, no, I was having enough money to be able to rent a small apartment. For the first time, I was having my little place, not sleeping in a car, a garage, sleeping with some people in exchange of some work and stuff like that. It's another long story, but the phone ring. Menachem wants to see you. I cannot believe this, so I take a fast shower, and I run to the office of Menachem, and it made me wait downstairs. And I wait, and I wait, and I wait, and I said, guys, we have a meeting, me and Menachem. He said, sure, you have a meeting. But at that time was like Chuck Norris, Michael Dudakov, Dolph Lundgren, Stallone over the top. I was really last online, and Canon was so busy, people come in, come out, and I was looking, what the F? So, and what's funny, I was driving in front of that new building years ago with my wife. While driving with my wife, I look at the new Canon building on Saint Vicente and La Cienega, and I look and I said, "You see this building? Yeah, one day I will work with them first." We talk about years before, what a synchronization. So Menachem see me coming in the office because I told them, guys, I've got to leave tonight. I've got to take a plane. Tell Mr. Menachem I'm leaving. It was everything or nothing. So they finally took the phone and they asked a special request before other meetings. And Menachem said, tell him to wait and he will get something and we'll talk about something. Okay. I wait. It's about 6:30. It was before Christmas, I remember, before the shopping. I go upstairs, and when I go upstairs, it's a big, huge living room. I mean, a big waiting room. I'm sorry. We have those posters in front of me. We have Over the Top. We have Masters of the Universe. We have Chuck Norris doing Missing MIA. And I was sitting in the sofa, and I felt so relaxed. And I was such a kid, and I go, I made it. I'm on the top, I made it. So the first time we have Karen calling me, and Karen, she's the secretary of Menachem, and she said, Mr. Van Damme, in the big corridor, the waiting room. I said, yes, do you want a tea? A tea is a tea, you know, like Earl Grey, and that's it, you know? And she come with this beautiful box, I always remember, and she opened the box, and I did have some hard time before, you know, I've got to run to eat and run. I mean, stuff like that. I mean, it's a long story, but I'm sitting, she opened the box, rosary, chamomile, blueberry, I mean, like 30 types of tea, like I didn't know which one to take, and I took a tea, and okay. So when I drink my tea, Yoram, the partner of Menachem, they're both yelling about business. No, my friend, you promised me the deal is broken. So I go, wow, they talk more about deals than anything else here. It's like I cannot, they're deal makers. So I've got to go inside this office and make a deal with my body in terms of like not selling my body, but like being very creative. At the same time, I've got to talk about they're gonna make money. If not, they will not work. Those guys are businessmen. I capped them in 10 minutes. The caption, you know, caption. So I go and say, man, I'm the last meeting. The guy's tired. He's been talking all day from 8 to 6:37. He wants to go back home. Maybe he's got to go via Bloomingdale's to buy some gift for his children because it's Christmas. Even though he's Jewish, you know, they celebrate Christmas. It's a beautiful holiday. And he looked at me, okay, here you go. Van Damme, what can I do for you? And I go, Menachem, I'm telling you, I'm the new kid on the block. And I did have that aviator jacket. I took a shower. I didn't know, you know, gel, what was gel. So I took some yolk, some yolk from the neck, and I put it, I didn't have the time to go buy gel in the apartment, and I put this in my hair, so my hair were like sticking back, flat, but it looked good, and it was not smelling, thank God, and then I looked tougher, but I didn't know at that time my face was still looking like a baby. Anyway, I take this aviator jacket of mine. I did have a tank top with two suspenders, look kind of cheesy, with the jeans high on the waist, so my back go like this, and cowboy boots. I was dressed à la Van Damme. No, I'm in the office, I take the shirt, I stay distance from the desk, I show, you know, I've got muscle, double biceps, and you look at me, yeah, and I'm very flexible. So I take one chair and another one, and I do a split, but I pull them so he can see. And he look at me doing a split between two chairs, and he still stay quiet. And he said, my friend, dancers, ballet dancers can do this. And people with muscles like you, they have much bigger in Gold's Gym, in Venice Beach, and very big, like the masters. Dolph Lundgren is the masters of the universe. And I didn't want to hear all that stuff. So all my hope were broken. And then, of course, I did go around the desk. I was very sincere. We'll explain that one day. I was very sincere, and he saw no more movies. He saw a guy who was hungry, full of passion, and desesperated, who will do anything for making a film. He saw passion and wanting, and he saw my eyes. He was in the army. He said, please sit down. I was sad, broken heart, broken dream, broken everything. And he asked me, my friend, do you want some milk? That was like a surprise for me. Milk now? And I said, yes, I love milk, to be honest. And I was hungry because they made me wait all day. Do you want some cookies with the milk? And I said, yeah. Karen, bring me some milk and cookies. So I've got now those cookies and the milk in front of me. And he looked at me, and I don't know where to put my face. And suddenly, after looking at me for 2 minutes, and I wanted to share my cookie, so it's like in John Van Johnson, I take the cookie, but the way I take it, it's so bad. I put my two little teeth like a rabbit, because I wanted to share. And he looked at me, go back, and he go, Karen, bring me Bloodsport. So, Bloodsport, okay, Bloodsport, that sounds cool, Bloodsport. And he come to me, Karen come with the script, and he stand up, but he was out of shape, so he pushed his little belly, but what a great guy. He's got the script in his hand, he elevated the script, he said, do you want to be a star? I'll make you a star. And then he dropped the script on the desk. I look at the script and I go, cool. And I ask him on a very honest way, which part am I playing in this movie? I said, but my friend, you're the star in the movie. I said, if you want to be a star, and if it's work, right? Smart, Israeli, you're the star. So when he said that to me, you mean I'm the star of the movie? That means I'm the star? I said, yeah, you're the star. Do you have a lawyer? I go, I have no lawyer in my head. Yeah, of course I've got a lawyer. You have a green card. A green card. Of course I've got a green card, Menachem, you know. No green card, no lawyer. I've got a movie in my hands. We have to shoot in the US. I've got no papers. I'm on vacation here. It's a mess. And I did go back and forth to Mexico for my 6 month in and out the country in Tijuana, because I didn't have any dough to go back and fly. I mean, I did have some money, but I put on the side. So I found a lawyer, almost who broke the deal. I found the green card. The situation was that in the last minute, I'm so lucky, they postponed the movie. In the last minute, the movie was shot in Hong Kong. Okay, so here's the deal. It's very important. Very important. When you make a movie, the guy who wrote True Story, you have to call him for final decision. He's got to approve in his contract Van Damme. So he's inviting me in a karate school to call Duke something on Magnolia. I remember Magnolia in the Valley. And I go there, he didn't know the story, and I go there, and I see all those guys lined up in the gym on their knee, like, waiting for me, like, with their fist on their legs, like martial arts style, but they have strange Frank Duke's outfit, kung fu and all that stuff. And I'm a big boy and I'm hungry. Now I receive all those problems with the situation of the green card, the situation we have to wait. When Bloodsport they say yes to me, they made me wait another year. The suffering, and that's why I signed some movie. I signed some movies between that. So it's another problem to clean my life later. But anyway, I see all those guys. He said, if you like me, I want you to spar him, him. Like 10 guys. I said, okay, who's the first one? So they came up and they start their old-fashioned guard and they go around me. Me, I just kick left, right. They don't see nothing. I go around and back on their face. One like this. And he's shaking. And Frank see that. He go, okay, sit down. You. Another guy come to me. I just go left, right, and I go screwdriver kick in his ribs. He cannot breathe on his knee. And now they start to shake. Because I see those guys there next. But they are falling down. I mean, 5 guys, they came down. The 6 guys, Frank Dukes said stop because he was very impressive, the legs. Now he became afraid to lose me. And he go to the phone, he called Manaren. This is the guy. He looked like me. He's fighting like me when I was young. I was a little faster, but he's not bad. So they gave me the job, finally, on everything.
That will make you Frank Dux.
No. It's Dukes.
Gotcha. Like put up your dukes, right?
Newt Arnold came as a second director, very basic. He was good. He knew where to put the camera. Newt Arnold knew where to put the camera. He did many movies, second unit movies, and he received a chance to do and to be a director. I think we truly helped Arnold because the ring was in a V shape, and Arnold didn't know what we were able to do on a physical way. So, you know, in movies they cut from one punch to a face and this and that back and forth, so it accelerated. So he was dealing here with a guy who was the real deal, so he didn't know. I said, leave all those cameras wide and put 4 angles. One here, one there, one here, and one there. So when I jump and I do a split in the air, you go, what? A split in the air. What's that? Hold on, a split in the air, then you can see right, left, my ass, my front, my arms, everything. Okay, so we put those 4 cameras. I show him the split. It was like, whoa. So slow motion, it's one shot, epic. No need to do a cutaway to make me look like I was jumping that high. And it was kind of, at that time, and all different types of kick that I practiced with my teacher, it was kind of new at that time. We talk about in 1981, people were doing the Oitsuki, Jakutsuki fist, and the famous front kick called Maigeri. But they didn't know how to do the Mawashi or side kick or roundhouse kick on the inside and doubling, tripling. Those legs were amazing, well trained, out of slow motion, dancing and this and that. So back to Arnold, Newt Arnold, when he saw that, he was so happy. And the acting was kind of natural. It was easygoing. He knew where to put the camera. A very nice guy, very nice guy. Sometimes a little heat between the producer, Marc Dessalles, and Arnold. But Marc did have some good story points. So sometimes he changed the shot and, you know, sometimes. But that's healthy arguments. And me, I knew what to do about fighting. I mean, elbow, this, kick in the back. I came up with the full artillery. The script by Sheldon was a good script. They changed the script of Bloodsport. It was much bigger, much more epic to me, and they took pages away because it became a low budget, and yeah, that's it. But we did something great. In Bloodsport, we did have different types of martial arts, and I know all of them, right? And we made up some, even the African fight, they have that African wrestling, which is like very strong guys. And Muay Thai was introduced, I guess, on that movie. Yeah, with Paolo, the Muay Thai guard, it was new for people. Also the Chinese, the monkey style and everything was great. The guy did the monkey style. And the sumo, was introduced. And that's why it became, I believe, they have my move, they're using my move, God bless them. But Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Johnny Cage is the guy from Bloodsport. Street Fighter, I create this, they create the game, but they use me as Guile. Did fantastic, those movies, video games. And yeah, it create. And then we have UFC who came out, cage fight. So I think I'm kind of a little godfather of the martial art, in a sense, if you know, as a metaphor, It create a lots of things.
Whoa, yeah! Very good. But break, not hit back.
When I did Bloodsport, I worked with a guy called Bolo. You know him, Bolo Young. And I was first of all, he was in Enter the Dragon, one of my favorite movie, right? So Bolo to me was like, wow, and I'm with Bolo, was with Bruce Lee. And we connect right away. He took me to some Chinese places, very Chinese, to eat uba. I don't know, a fish was very strong. Then he showed me how to train the triceps, the chest, and it was an amazing time. We talked on the set together. He told me stories about Bruce Lee. He was able to open a can of Coca-Cola or a can of a beverage by pressing, and it opened up automatically. It's hard to believe, but apparently, yes. And all those stories, even more private, it was amazing. And he's still now alive, training every day, and we're still in touch. And every time we're in touch together in my social network, it goes very high. People like us together.
You break my record, now I break you.
If you're very successful, you come from nowhere, and if you're very successful and it goes like this, you don't let the rope go, so you don't see yet what's happening to you. And then suddenly you go to different countries and people screen your names and you go, what? The media, they make you known. People start to love your movies if they are cool and cool for the people. And then suddenly you go from those cheapo coach class. I came 2-3 times after 5 years, 2 or 3 times max. And then after sleeping in strange places and stuff like that, you have the best hotel, you've got first class ticket, they give you food on the plane, they ask you what type of this and that. It was like amazing. It's like it's a different world. You see life on a different world. But I always trying to stay normal, because maybe I'm coming from martial arts that I'm like that, I don't know. Stay normal, respect, try my best. I'm not perfect, but for the stardom, because I'm well known around the world, I think I'm okay with the fame. I'm not saying, I'm just like normal attitude, yeah. What Bloodsport did to the martial art communities and from people who didn't practice martial arts, it changed to so many people their lives. Like I think 5,000 martial arts school they opened. I think it's in the States, about 5,000, 4,000, some close to 5,000. After the movie opened, all those martial arts schools start. It changed lots of people. I was in the area and the memories and of Enter the Dragon. That was the biggest martial art movie at that time with Bruce Lee. And then I know him better than me. And then people who know Bloodsport, they may not know Bruce Lee today. Many people, and because of Bloodsport, they start to train and they became champions. So Bloodsport impacted so many people that even me, I don't realize. Yeah, I believe Bloodsport did well. And martial art movies are doing better for people than like any sorts of movies if they are well done. And then after Bloodsport came few other movie stars like Jeff Speakmans, like Scott Adkins, and before him like all those guys, which it's good because it starts new waves of martial art guys. But and that's why I want to make a one more, a big one, because right now if I disappear, I don't know who can replace me at these actual moments. I'm sure they have a new guy, a new kid on the block, but is not there yet. It's like heavyweight boxing, you know, boxing, they come there every 20 to 30 years, those big heavyweights, because they're special. So we'll have a guy who can do the stuff, because lots of people, they can do kick, they can do punch, but they don't snap and they don't have this fire in the eyes like Bruce Lee did, you know, and you feel like this pressure and this explosion out of nowhere, and then the style, you need a style, you need to make love to the camera, and you're in. And you need to love the audience, because if you love the audience, even though I cannot see you, I cannot touch you, I see you through the screen, and I'm enough smart to know that this vision of mine, who's transported by the strings, and then the strings on the outside will go to your eyes with my feeling, and you can feel me talking for real to you guys passing by this lands. So that's another thing about Van Damme and his knowledge on stuff like that.
All right, Frankie. But don't you get too cocky, because you might have to go up against me next time.
I promise.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are out of your minds.
I'll drink to that.
I'm so happy. Much more memories into Bloodsport, and guys, this is a new release, so we may work with the same. We're gonna make one more big martial art movie with great fighters, a great actor, a great story, and I wish it can be called Bloodsport 2, but it will not. But if you put JCVD with Bloodsport 2 and other people I want to bring in, mamma mia.
I'm just glad you're on our side, kid.
See you.